The earth does not give up its secrets easily. Beneath layers of stone and time, fragments of lost civilizations remain, hidden, waiting. The echoes of their knowledge whisper through ruins, swallowed by the jungle and symbols carved into ancient stone. They were more than just builders. They were architects of knowledge, masters of stone, mathematics, and the unseen forces of the world, from the pyramids of Giza to the intricate carvings of the Nazca lines. Their work is everywhere, but the true mystery is not what they built. It's how. Did they possess tools and understanding beyond what history remembers, or was their knowledge erased? Their monuments were not just symbols of power, they were blueprints, messages left in stone, designed to withstand time itself. They understood something we do not, a secret encoded in alignments, geometry, and forgotten texts. History is filled with lost empires. Some fall to war, others to time, and some simply vanish. How many civilizations have disappeared without a trace? How much knowledge has been buried beneath the earth? On a plateau in Turkey lies a site that rewrites history. Göbekli Tepe, built over 11,000 years ago, before writing, before cities, before recorded civilization. Who built it, and why was it buried? Was it deliberately sealed beneath layers of earth? In the Indus Valley, a city once flourished, Mohenjo-Daro. Its people built advanced sanitation, precise urban layouts, and then they disappeared. Why was this city abandoned? What happened to its people? And what secrets are hidden in their still undeciphered script? The forgotten engineers understood the heavens. Their monuments are not random. They are aligned with the stars, marking the passage of time, the cycles of the cosmos. Were these simply observatories, or were they built as warnings? In the depths of the Aegean Sea, a discovery shocked historians, a mechanism of gears and dials over 2,000 years old, capable of predicting planetary movements. Who built this device? And if this is what survived, what else has been lost? The builders of these monuments saw themselves not as isolated beings, but as part of a larger pattern. They understood cycles of time. They built in alignment with forces greater than themselves. At Newgrange, a shaft of light pierces the darkness only once a year, on the winter solstice. At Stonehenge, shadows dance in perfect alignment with celestial cycles. It seems as if they were not simply marking time, they were speaking to us, if only we knew how to listen. They built wonders that have stood for thousands of years, but their voices are silent. Why would a civilization capable of such feats disappear? Why leave behind only fragments with no written record of their fate? The answer lies not in what remains, but in what is missing. Etched into stone across the ages, warnings left behind, symbols carved by hands long gone, waiting to be read. Figures fleeing waves, fires swallowing cities, stories too old to be legend. In Egypt, a temple speaks of stars that fell from the sky. In Mesopotamia, tablets whisper of a flood that swallowed the world. Mayan codices, burned and erased. What secrets did they hold? A spiral drawn in the dust, time moving in endless cycles, a comet's path mapped in stone, as if someone knew it would return. Celestial clocks, aligned with the past or with the future. A temple buried before it could fall. Was it meant to be found? Pyramids, markers, sentinels of time, watching, waiting. At the heart of lost cities, an unfinished message, stone torn apart, inscriptions missing. Who tried to silence history? Some warnings were preserved, others erased. The sky moves, the earth shifts. Do the stones count down? A circle of monoliths, their shadows marking time. Why were they abandoned? Stories passed down, whispered through generations, half-remembered truths. The builders knew, but we have forgotten. If history repeats, then what cycle are we in now? Did they vanish because they understood, or because they were ignored? The stones hold their breath, waiting for someone to listen. And now we have found them. Across civilizations we find the same mystery. Messages started, but never finished. Knowledge encoded, yet never fully revealed. Was this knowledge deliberately erased? Were they trying to warn the future or conceal something? They watched the stars not for wonder but for warning. Patterns emerged, movements of planets, the dance of celestial bodies. Time was not a line but a wheel turning, ever returning to where it began. A temple aligned to the solstice, a calendar carved in stone. Markers of cycles past. They mapped the heavens, charting the rise and fall of the ages. From the Mayans to the Egyptians, the message was the same. History repeats. A golden spiral in nature, in galaxies, in time itself. Was this their key? To understand the future, they traced the past, each empire rising only to fall. Did they believe they could break the cycle? Or were they simply preparing for its return? The stars shift, align once more. How close are we to the point of return? Perhaps their greatest message was not in what they built, but in what they left behind. If they truly feared the coming of a great catastrophe, perhaps they did what we would do today. They hid their knowledge where no one could tamper with it. Some believe the real answers still lie beneath the earth, locked away in vaults of stone and time. In stone, in symbols, in forgotten scripts, messages left for the future, cuneiform tablets buried beneath shifting sands tell of floods that consumed empires. Hieroglyphs whisper of a time when the gods walked, their knowledge sealed within sacred walls. The Mayan codices, once abundant, now reduced to fragments. What truths were burned away? Some messages were preserved, others erased, their meaning lost to silence. Were these stories warnings? Were they prophecies? Or were they simply history repeating itself? Carved in stone, written in stars, words waiting to be read once more. What else remains hidden, waiting for the moment when we are ready to understand? Beneath the jungles, buried under shifting sands, lost cities sleep, temples swallowed by time, their walls holding stories long forgotten. Satellites scan landscapes, revealing patterns unseen by the naked eye. Lighter cuts through dense canopies, exposing lost roads, temples, and civilizations. Each discovery challenges what we thought we knew. History is not static, but rewritten. In the Amazon, entire networks of cities, erased, unknown until now. In the Sahara, beneath endless dunes, structures older than the pyramids. What was lost was not abandoned. It was hidden, waiting for those who would seek it. Did the ancients leave clues for us, or did they hope we would never find them? Each unearthed city is a page of a forgotten book, revealing only fragments. And yet, the deeper we dig, the more we realize the story is far from over. The past is not a relic, it is a foundation, a blueprint we still follow. The same principles that raise pyramids now build skyscrapers and space stations. Across centuries, knowledge is lost, found, and reimagined. But what if we are not rediscovering? What if we are simply remembering the same geometric ratios, the same structural patterns, echoes across time? Their silence was not the end of their work. It was a challenge to the future. Were they warning us, guiding us, or did they know something we have yet to see? The past does not belong to history. It belongs to those who learn from it. And as we build the future, we must ask, are we making the same mistakes? The ancients spoke of cycles, of creation, destruction, and rebirth. Their structures still stand. Their messages remain, waiting for those who listen. What was hidden is now revealed. What was forgotten is being remembered. The past is a reflection of the future, a mirror we cannot ignore. And so the cycle begins again. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more intriguing content.